and tonight he's going to give his first speech, his Icebreaker speech. And Bradley is used to sharing his message with the world, but has always done so through writing. Bradley is a writer, and he joined Toastmasters to become better at speaking. I think most of us have seen Bradley speak at a Table Topics Master, and I think, Bradley, you won a few already. However, Bradley wants to improve his prepared speeches, make them more structured, and help him learn how to memorize what he wants to, which message he wants to give to the world through speech. And what diversity means for Bradley, I think it's going to be processed through your speech, where you came from, how you grew up, and how you experienced the other side of diversity. So please welcome to the stage, Bradley.
Good evening. Fellow Toastmasters, guests, and Toastmaster of the evening, my name is Bradley Charbonneau, and this is my Icebreaker. When I was in kindergarten, and then the first day of first grade, and then actually again the first day of second grade, and then the first day of, I hate to admit it, third grade, as the other children were in the classroom, probably poking each other in the shoulder and playing games and passing notes and laughing, I was standing at the threshold to enter the room, standing in the doorway, holding my mother's hand and crying. In fourth grade, a year later, I was bused off to East Los Angeles, which was going to turn things even further worse as far as my fear, because fear is, again, subjective. My fear then became easier to accomplish because the makeup of the school in East Los Angeles was 50% Asian, 40% Hispanic, 9% black, and our little school bus of white kids from the suburbs. So I learned quickly what it meant to lose soccer games on purpose after school so you wouldn't get beat up. I learned about racial slurs, and I learned for the first time what it was to truly be the minority. Things seemed to get better until I was transferred in high school, and I went from somewhere much worse than a school in East Los Angeles. I went to a place where people had been together, the students had been in the same little cliques, the same little closed worlds since kindergarten, have gone to the same church. I entered this scary territory of Catholic, private, all-boys school. This, I longed back for the days of only getting beat up after school, because Catholic, private, all-boys school truly made me an outcast. It brought my fear to a level of personal fear. So you'd think on my first day of university, as I walked into the career counselor's office to sort of decide my future in the world, I had two choices. I could go with the flow, go with what I knew, go down the path more traveled that was easier and that was welcoming and something that I knew. Or I could take a step through the portal into the unknown. And I asked that career counselor one question on the very first day of university. I said, how can I get to Europe? 2 years later, I went to a French school, and I even unenrolled in my university because their program was going to go together with Americans in the same group, learn some English, learn some French, and I saw that group in the beginning of the year complaining about France, speaking English, and hanging out at McDonald's. I unenrolled in that university, went with a different university so that I could be embedded with the French. So that if we follow what's going on here, I have now gone 180 degrees from being the outcast and hating it and fearing it to being the special one, to being, it's the same thing. You're still one of a kind, except I have turned the tide and made this a positive thing. I now somehow thrived as being the only one, the different one, the unique one, the special one. So today, I stand before you, and I have recently changed careers, and now I am a writer. I am spreading my word, my message, my stories to the world. But I now seek your guidance in organizing these speeches, because I want to then reach not the 19 kids in the classroom, not the 99% of everybody who feels good in their shoes, who's comfortable with themselves, who are here and at ease with the world. That is not my target audience. My target audience for my message, that change is possible, that diversity can be turned around, and that you can go from feeling like an outsider to being an insider, even if you still are an outsider, because it is subjective, because it is a mindset. And this transformation is possible. So my goal in Toastmasters is to get your experience, learn from your commentary, and become a better speaker, so that I cannot reach the 19 kids of the 20. I cannot reach out and direct, hold hand, pull through that portal of transformation to the other side of the 99% of the kids, but to reach that 1%, to reach that one little kid sitting in the back, quietly, maybe secretly fearful, quietly holding his mother's hand and crying. That's my target audience. I know they're here, I know they're quiet, I know they're secretive, but I am here for you to tell you that there is change possible. It goes from making those knots in your gut to bringing it up to a ball of fire in your heart that is your passion. And this is possible. This is change. This is diversity turning it on its head. This is possible. I need your help as Toastmasters to get there and to get my message across. So for that, tonight, I am here for that. I thank you.